What is up, guys? This is your boy Grey Worm, and I am back with another video. This time is a KvK breakdown. As I said in the previous videos, I was probably going to do this, and this is probably the most interesting KvK out right now. This is the 3 versus 10 KvK. Let's get into this drama. Let's get into this KvK breakdown. Let's go. So, starting off, we're going to look at how the map is already. So, we're going to start from every fighting zone and go into detail. First, we're going to start from the top left and work our way clockwise all the way down to the bottom right. So, let's get into the top left now. Top left. This one was very interesting. I really love this fight, 636 versus 401. Very good fight. And not just 636, it was a very interesting fight from 2, 5, 3. Very good kingdom. They fought very well. But in the outcome, it wasn't very long lasted, as you could say. 636 came out of the gate very strong. Their first punch was very strong, but they kind of gotten worn out. In my opinion, I think that there wasn't a lot of people taking the deads. I think it was the same people here and there that kept on reinforcing the flags, that kept on rallying. I mean, 636 did a very good job, but I don't think that their fighting and how they fought would have lasted them a long time. And 401 clearly had the better numbers at times. 636 had good numbers also, but at the same time, 636 didn't really have a lot of garrisons or rallies. 401 really chose the spots that they wanted to push. I mean, the three main people that 636 had to garrison a flag, you know, 1010, hashtag Moneymoto, those guys garrison the flag very good, and those garrisons were not dropping, but they could only be in one flag at a time. So really 401 just kind of distracted them and then went into another spot where they focused, you know, through TN, through Evil, LIG squad. Didn't really push much. They went south, they went all these different places to kind of separate and create as many fronts as possible so they could spread 636 thin. And also 253, who again, I think that they also didn't have a lot of people. I mean, they did very good in their one alliance, I believe, that really tried to push them, but really after that it wasn't much. I mean, I think 636 did amazing, but I also think that they got a lot of deads. I mean, hashtag top death troop for 636. I mean, hashtag took over 22 million dead troops, 10-10-8, and others 6+, and it kind of drops suddenly. But I think they kind of pushed themselves a little too hard and a little too early, and I really think that 401 did very good job to conserve their troops. I mean, a lot of people had the same amount of deaths, as you can see the top 10 right here. Not really much. They know that they will have to fight a lot more this KvK, and again, as everyone keeps saying, 401 is fat. They have a shit ton of resources and a ton of speed ups because they went through a farming KvK last KvK and they really just saved up. They could get these dead troops back. For the rest of these kingdoms, that might not be true for a lot of them. So that's something interesting to look at. For the top right, nothing really happened here. 363 never got any action. So they never got really any kills, any deads. So they're well rested and they're ready to go for the next zones. Now the biggest controversy and the biggest fighting, in my opinion, happened in the bottom right in Dimbroko. 412 versus 77 and 1269. That is P-Tool and FCN basically. And these guys did not want to give in whatsoever. They did everything that they plan to do. 77 is a kingdom that wears you out. They win the war by basically draining the enemy out, and that's exactly what they did, in my opinion. Here 77 really didn't take a lot of deads along with 269. They actually took half of the deads that 1412 did, and if you add both of them together, 1077 and 1269 into one into the camp, they still got a little bit less than 1412 did in that zone. Now the other thing towards that is 1412 realistically has more people. They have a lot more people to get deads, so of course they get deads, but it is the amount of deads that is astonishing. And realistically, the people that took deads, from what I've seen, were the same people over and over again. They kept zeroing themselves. I mean, here is the top death troops in 412. You see the top 4 have over 10 million deads. Top 5 realistically got over 10 million deads. And these guys are the heaviest of spenders. And I wonder if they will be able to retrain the troops. I mean, Baba, it doesn't really matter. He has 1 billion more power. But a lot of these dropped, 100 million, 200 million in just zone 5. It is astonishing. As you can see here, this is the Lost Kingdom dead troop count. 412 is leading the pack easily, followed by 401, 636, 77, 269, and 253. 412 just really got a shit ton of deads that zone. Now the problem with this is the way that 412 kind of got the deads. They were doing it in terms of a short race instead of a marathon. And I would like to add to that these guys, started swarming flags, started rallies on flags that didn't really matter, and they took a lot of bad trades. They took a ton of deads from swarms, they took it from AoE, they took a lot. And the reasoning why it's just so bad is 412 had the open field probably 90% of the zone, and they didn't really capitalize it. Of course 412 got the open field of that zone because they have more numbers and they are better than the camp of 77 and 269, but they didn't capitalize on that. They were sending rallies that they were struggling to fill, and let's be honest here, some of these rallies did horrible. All of Baba's rallies, from what I've seen, just did not do good. I don't know if it was reinforcements, stats, tech, whatever. I've seen his tech, I've seen everything. His tech seems to not be amazing in terms of the rally cap. So him rallying AFs were lower than some people, and him rallying flags were hard because I don't know if it was reinforcements, even though they should have gotten reinforcements easily with their open field coverage. But the main takeaway is 412 really just wanted to get this zone over with, which is something you cannot do in Season of Conquest with Zenobia with these garrison metas. I have put a garrison meta video up, is in the description. It was my last video. I talked about how these garrison metas are just so good in Season of Conquest. You cannot beat these Xeno YSSs, Saladin YSSs, these garrisons that just destroy any rally, because it's garrison meta game right now. These rallies are just going to hurt, and that's what 77 knows for sure, is that they could take rallies and they could get better trades. You see Ozai's Saladin YSSs throughout this video because he knows that his Saladin YSS will beat any rally that 412 throws at him. Their Xeno YSSs took any rally that really was thrown at them. These guys knew that if 412 came at us, which they did, and which of course they were going to do, that they were going to get a lot of dead troops. 77 and 269 wore out 412. I think they still have a lot in them. I'm gonna be honest, I think that they have a lot in them, but it's going to be extremely hard, especially since, you know, 474 hasn't fought yet, and they will likely go in against 412 with these other kingdoms, with the bottom kingdom. So it'll be interesting how we see it done. No matter what, this KvK is already end in Kingsland, and I'm going to go zone by zone with a breakdown of what happened and what I think will happen next. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I love these kingdoms. Every one of these kingdoms, everyone is doing amazing. This is the kingdom, this is the KvK everyone wants to see. So thank you guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below what kind of video you guys want to see. Peace. Goodbye.